Welcome to the online video series presented by Structure Studios. This video will explain how to create beach entries in pools. In this video, we'll review two separate techniques to create a beach entry in our pool. It's important to first watch the basic training series of videos to fully understand all the techniques used in this video. In this example, we've already created our pool shape. Make sure to watch the pool's video to learn how to create yours. We want to create a beach entry in the far end of the pool. We'll review two techniques on how to accomplish this. We'll return to 2D to get started. In 2D, we'll select our pool and then click on the single pool slope option. With the rotate tool, we can make the depth marker face a new direction. Turning off the angle snap makes this much easier. Our beach entry is coming from the left to the right, so we'll rotate in that direction. Next, we'll set the left depth marker down to 0, and then we'll add a second depth point at 1 foot, or where we want the beach entry to end. We'll also add depth markers in the middle and at the far end of the pool as well. Let's take a look in 3D. In 3D, we can see our beach entry. Because we set the depth to 0, we'll see a dry area where our beach entry exists. In 2D, we can set our depth to any value in order to make the beach entry right for us. But what if the beach entry comes in at a different angle than the slope faces? No problem. Back in 2D, we can use the multiple pool slope feature to create this. In 2D, we'll select our shape and click on the multiple slope option. In this mode, we can draw in our depth markers. We'll match the values that we set in the single slope values. We'll set our 4-foot depth and our 5-foot depth as well. Our beach entry comes in at a different angle than the other slopes. In order to set our 0, we'll use the outline tool. We'll turn off our snaps and constraints to have some extra freedom of movement. Wherever we want the beach entry to exist, that's where we're going to outline the beam of the pool. We'll set the value down to 0. Next, we'll draw a second marker for where the beach entry ends. We'll draw an arc in the opposite direction of our first one. Once complete, we'll set this to 1 foot. The beach entry will exist between these two markers, so the distance between the beam and our second marker is how far the beach entry will go. We'll review this in a moment, but let's check it out in 3D. In 3D, we see our new beach entry. We can choose how much area we want to have dry or wet by adjusting the points back in 2D. We want to create less of a dry area, so let's do that. We'll return to 2D. We'll move our arc closer to the edge of the pool and head back to 3D. In 3D, we see a smaller dry area, but it's still not perfect. Once again in 2D, we'll move the arc farther away this time to create a larger dry area. In 3D, we see our new, larger dry area for our beach entry. It's important to note that we cannot use the rounded feature for multiple pool slopes when doing beach entries. When rounded is active, the lowest depth we can set is 1 foot. Let's take a look at 3D, what happens when we turn it on. In 3D, we can see our depth is no longer at 0. With rounded on, the lowest value we can set is 1 foot. We can also see the rounded edges inside of our pool. Back in 2D, we'll turn off the rounded edge. If we don't, we can't set a depth below 1 foot. Once we turn rounded edge off, we'll select our beach entry again and set it back to 0. Back in 3D, we see our beach entry has returned now that we've turned the rounded feature off. Thanks for watching. Make sure to visit the help page for the pool stage for full details about all of the controls available in the pool stage for slopes. You can find us online at structurestudios.com, call us at 800-778-8996, and email support@structurestudios.com.